Yeah, but like,
I see it now. So is it on there?
Go. Let me know on mute. I'll let you do it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's gonna be able to. You won't be able to qualify him. All right, we are live here. Let's meet the teams of the Fiverr Truck Series. Bird Dog Racing. Key member right there, Jacob Zala, was running pretty good last week at Las Vegas. Blue Lightning Racing. Got Nicholas Lawrence, David Mayberry, Jason Green, and Joe Ruggles Jr. DG Motorsports has Dylan Godnez and Austin DeLong. High Temp Rev Racing has Danny Dow, Blair Holloman, Michael Madden, Nathan Nixon, and Sean Kozer. Phoenix Virtual Racing has Jose Castellanos, Sean Griffith, Matthew Greathouse, Andrew Harris, and Jason Tripp. Tank Racing has Dan Park, Derek De Silva, Mike Lepicki, last week's winner, Bruce Amstam, and Walt Lepicki. The Garage Shop has Sean Cochran, Spencer Brown, Tony Brown, and Kyle Hess. Threat level Midnight Motorsports has Jeffrey Raddyke, Corey Stahl, Dalton McKinney, Jason Crackey, and Wally Bow. And our independent drivers are Mike Mosby, James Jackson, Robert Yost Jr., and Jesse Nukla.
Alrighty, starting grid is up here tonight. Go ahead and see what we have here.
It's all good. It's all good. Honestly, we got plenty of time here. They're gonna take a minute to get to the start here. So I typed in chat as well that we're having some technical difficulties as well. So. Go full screen on that real quick.
Yep, alright, we are back with our starting lineup there on the screen. We got Matthew Greathouse on the pole, Jacob Zala starting next to him, Jason Green in third, Jeffrey Radke in fourth, Adam Schaefer fifth, Daniel Dowan sixth, Ben Park seventh, Joe Castellanos in eighth, James Jackson in ninth, Dalton McKinney rounds out the top 10. And they are coming around to take the green flag here tonight.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag racing. We're racing at Sonoma. Coming up to turn 1 and 2. Looks
What
like
a camera
everybody
shot.
gets through pretty clean. Jacob Zala is your leader. Out to about a car length lead. See, Greathouse is running in second. Everybody's pretty much single file here throughout the top 10.
What a camera view coming through the S's there. Can see everyone from first to last place. Alright, so
Yeah.
who do you expect to see up here, you know, in the front all night? I mean, my personal opinion, I think Greathouse has got a great chance. I mean, it seems like the last two races of the season, or the first two races of this season, he's always been a key factor here in the early goings as well as, you know, late in the race.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the leader right here, Jacob Zala. He was running in the top 3 last week at Vegas, and he is continuing his momentum going into Sonoma as well. We still, I mean, still familiar names. Daniel Dow was running good in the top 5 there for a little bit before he got wrecked last week. So there's a, then you got Lipicki in 10th that won last week as well. So he's, anybody in this top 10, I think, is able to win this race.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, road courses are, you know, there's something special on the racing circuit. I mean, you've got drivers that are really good at your ovals, and then you've got drivers that are good at road courses, and it'd be interesting to see who is actually great at both.
Well, right now, Jacob Zala and Matthew Greathouse is looking pretty good at both right now.
Right, yeah, they're showing us that they're, they can't, you know, they don't just race on, you know, one direction. I mean, they can turn right as well.
Yeah. You also got these guys here that probably they're in the back here, just trying to log laps, keep a clean car throughout these 45 laps, and get a good point stay as well. Just keep it on the track. That's my mentality when I go to these races, the road course races, is keep it on the track and get a good finish and go on to the next race, because I'm not one of those road course aces, so I'm just trying to get to the next race.
Oh yeah, especially if full course cautions are not going to play a factor here tonight. If we're just going to have section cautions, I mean, that right there is going to play a big part too. I mean, you might wreck and take loads of damage, where on an oval, the whole field will come to a stop, or well, a slower pace. But on here, I mean, they're just going to keep on going, and you're going to have to, you know, make it all the way around to your pit box if you can, or take that 10-minute tow.
Yeah, and you do not want to take that 10-minute tow, because you'll probably go at least 3 to about maybe 7 laps down, maybe.
Yeah, so it looks like we already got the 91 is in pits right now. Not sure what's going on there, and so is the 97 of Kosher.
Yeah, Kozier is one of those guys that's really good on ovals. He's been good on ovals in the past few truck seasons. That's a big surprise to me for him being on pit road. Obviously, he probably got caught up in something in the back there.
Yeah, he's got some big damage. Let's go up here and yeah, look, we did have a crash here. Jason Tripp was involved in it as well. Looks like they're coming around here on the final turn, that hairpin turn.
Yeah, he just probably getting the gas too hard going out of that turn and just turn him right around.
Ooh, and everyone making smooth moves to get around. But that doesn't show what happened to Kosher, so let's find out what happened here. Here we are, the 97 truck. He sustained pretty heavy front left damage.
Oh, just lost it coming out of the S's right there. Going through the S's, just lost it ran right into the tire barrels. That is unfortunate. That if he hit head on there, he is most likely done. If he blew up, he's going to have maybe a 40-minute repair, 30-minute repair time. So that's unfortunate for him. Right now he is in, I think, 32nd position.
Yeah, that's. And he also, he took that tow, and so I mean, he's probably, like we said earlier, on that, you know, that 10-minute tow. Probably definitely not 10 minutes, more like maybe 5 minutes, but still, I mean.
Yeah, probably. I think it's 1 minute, 1 minute and 20 seconds usually. That's about every track here.
Oh, the 91 is making his way back into the track.
Yeah, he must have some quick damage to get fixed here. He needs to go back and log laps. Never know what can happen here. Never know what's going to happen with drivers anything can happen any lap. So
Yeah, it looks like Derek De Silva having issues as well on the track. Locking it up, nothing too bad.
Yeah, he did a good job locking it up there. That could have ended up pretty bad for him. Oh, he also has someone behind him had some issues as well during that. I don't know who that was, but
All right, well, 6 laps in here, and Zala continuing to lead, well, dominate, technically. I mean, Greathouse is sitting about 2.5 seconds behind him, so, I mean, I classify that as almost a domination here.
yeah, and I mean, I don't know if we'll have a stage caution. I don't know if it's a rolling stage or a stage caution here. I think it's lap 20 here we have a stage caution. I could be wrong, but if he continues to boost his lead, he's gonna be dominating here. Hopefully, Greathouse can close back in a little bit, make this a closer race.
Yeah, I'm trying to find, I saw somewhere earlier. Yeah, I'm not finding it right now, right yet. But yeah, look, that gap is just, well, it's kind of decreasing. As I was about to say, it was increasing. We had it up to 2.6, but now it's back down to under 2 seconds. So Greathouse obviously there with a really good, good few corners there.
Yeah. See, like Zala's getting out of those corners there. He got out pretty good out of those corners. He just went through.
Yeah, it looks like Greathouse is going to match his speed, not pick up any more than what he already had. But they're quickly pulling away from third place with a 4-second gap.
Yeah, Jason Green running in third. Right now having a great run in third place. I know he had some issues last week at Las Vegas. So far right now he is hanging pretty good, hanging tough in that top 5.
Making his way up the hill. Yeah, speaking of...
Running a little wide there.
Yeah, that was...
That's one issue I got at this track. I'm usually running it wide and running straight into the tire barrels. So,
you know what's funny is that I actually didn't even own the track until today. I've never have set wheels on this track in iRacing, that is.
It's a fun track to drive. It's very demanding and with throttle control and stuff, but it's a tough track. It's a master. Obviously, Jacob Zala and Greathouse are doing a pretty good job at mastering Sonoma right now.
Yeah, definitely one of those tracks where you actually get to use those shifter paddles or that shift stick. You don't see that too much in NASCAR.
Yeah, I know I'm racing tomorrow night in our other truck series, and I'm using a sequential shifter, so I'm not using paddles. This will be a battle of physical battle during the race as well, especially if you don't have paddles to shift with.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it just adds more to that realism effect of, you know, I mean, because obviously, yeah, these guys, you know, out there in real life, they're all using sequential shifters now.
Yeah, it makes it very hard to really miss a shift unless you have an issue with the transmission. But these trucks are using the 5 or the H pattern shifter.
Oh yeah, so, only Cup cars are doing the sequential.
Yeah, Cup's the only cars, Xfinity and the trucks are using the H patterns. It is really hard to miss a shift, but I've seen it happen here.
Ooh, 91 having trouble here. Anthony, or well, they said the 91 on the map, but Anthony Brown. And it's not letting us jump to it. There we go, finally. Take a look and see what happened here. Just off track. Oh, a little bit more.
Oh, like a little help there.
Oh, and he takes the jump to pits too. I don't know, is that a sign of just irritation and like, okay, I need to take a break for a few minutes?
Most likely. Sometimes you do that so you don't end up causing someone else an issue on the track. You never want to be that guy that gets off the track and comes back on and causes someone else to have an issue. So I props to him for taking the tow there. Just be safe. I know it sucks, but get back out on the track here, and you never know, he can pick up a couple positions.
Oh, and it looks like we've had more. Dylan Godinez, Austin DeLong, Michael LePicky, Spencer Brown all having incidents. Let's take a look at those. I know we're not going to be able to see almost every incident, but we'll try to catch a lot of them. Going to be on that hairpin turn. Ooh, does he get a little help?
I think he got a little bit of help there, unless, well, I don't know.
No? Definitely let off. Let's see if we can get a different camera angle here. Oh,
no, he just got in too hot, and I just got in too hot there in that corner.
Yeah, the 32, I mean, props to him. I mean, it seemed like he stayed back a little bit. I mean, even right there, he goes wide to give the 89 some room. Nicholas Lawrence.
I mean, that's a pretty good save. Keep it off the wall there as well. That's one of the tightest turns at this road course.
You know, having a lot of spin outs, it looks like. Luckily, we haven't seen anyone hit that wall back there on that turn.
It's like Benjamin Park right there.
Alright, right now we're looking at Daniel Dow. He is currently shown in the 6th position with James Jackson right behind him in the 29 truck.
Yeah, Daniel Dow's having a good start of the race here. Running in that 6th position. James Jackson having a good run as well. Haven't mentioned his name that much this season. Maybe he's one of our road course aces here in the Fiverr Truck Series.
And right behind him, we got Trevor Williams in the 8th position. Supposed to be the 23 truck, but is shown as the 91 truck on the race. But
it might be technical difficulties with trading paints. We always have those here, so. But he is pulling into that into that 7th position here. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
Good path there. Good clean path on James Jackson.
Spencer Brown with another incident on track. That might have happened right behind these guys. Oh, nope. Happens right there at that hairpin turn.
Yeah, another driver that just gets in hot or locks up the brakes, and hopefully he kept it off everybody.
Oh,
obviously not, but I don't know. I think that was a 32 there that got involved in that, or got some damage out of that. I think Spencer got the worst off of that, but.
Oh, and there's the 8 truck going around.
Yellow flag is out.
But there is the stage caution right there. Stage was at lap 12. So Jacob Zala is your stage winner. Matthew Greathouse in the second position. Good stage points for everybody throughout the top 10. This will probably be the only caution in the race. I believe it's at admin's discretion to throw a caution, so good for drivers that are a little far on back, get tight back up to their competitors here. See if they can gain some more positions here. I believe Zala won the stage last week as well in Vegas, so he's just racking up those stage points.
Yeah, I believe he did, yeah. Always love those camera shots. Like I said earlier, there's some shots on here that you can just see, you know, a good chunk of the track, which allows you to see almost every truck just coming through different sections. And
oh yeah, it's like being at the track here. You can see a lot of things in these different camera views. That's a good shot right there. A lot of those guys like to run tight to that wall coming out of that corner.
looks like the 33 having some issues here under the caution flag.
Locking up the brakes again. Think he kept it off the wall though. That's good job for Andrew there. Looks like he has some nose damage there. Hopefully he can get that fixed. We're seeing a lot of lockups there going into that corner.
Alright, looks like all of the top 10, well, the top 9, Adam Schaefer chooses to stay out. He is in 10th position, and then we have almost looking like everybody else behind coming in the pits. So it looks like we're going to get almost everybody in pits.
Yeah, you definitely want to get those 4 good feel-goods here. Especially for Jacob Zala and the guys running in front. I know some of my strategies here, don't take tires. They actually help. I don't know what it is that made the wore down tires help a little bit to me to keep grip, but you think they'll lose grip, but it just helps me a little bit for some reason. Definitely some good stage points for everybody. Adam Schaefer staying out as well. That's a gamble. Might be some pit strategy as well going onto that as well. So I don't know what they have or how many laps of fuel they got here, but
Alrighty. Well, do we want to see if we can talk to Jacob Zala after taking that stage win?
yeah, let's bring up Jacob. Jacob Zala, you're in the booth, broadcast booth. I think you pulled
Oh, I
up
grabbed the wrong one. All right, where does he go?
There he is. I got him. He's in Bird Dog. I'll pull him up here.
Okay, where does Jay Zola go?
Jacob Zala, you're in the broadcast booth, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing good, man.
Yeah.
You got the stage win there. That's your second stage win of the year.
Well, technically
Congratulations.
it's my first because I didn't win the stage last week.
Oh, okay. Well, your first win this year. So, well, congratulations. See, you got some good speed here. How's your car feeling?
It's feeling great. I mean, I'm not usually that good on road courses, so I mean, to be up front and actually doing really good in this race is very surprising to me. I mean, I guess it's all that road course practice I've done in the off season, racing F1, whether it's running and stuff on iRacing. So, nice to see us up front.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
So, coming up to this next this next laps of the race here, this last part of the race. Got one car staying out here as well. Think strategy is going to play a factor into this race?
Yeah, strategy will play a factor. Luckily, our teammate's right by, but we're about to go green, so.
All right, we'll let you go here, Jacob. Thank you for talking to us.
Yep, no problem.
Hang on, we're not going green.
I think he was a Bird Dog, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I put Jay. Figured that's probably his dad, so he's probably Bird Dog's owner. Didn't realize that there's two different ones.
But they're not going here on this start here. They got delayed green for some reason. So we'll have one more lap here.
Yeah, so it looks like on the track map, looks like the 33 and about 5 other trucks are just now getting to that hairpin turn. So I wonder if they're just waving it off because they're not all the way stacked up yet.
Yeah, that might be the reason here as well. I mean, sometimes if cars stop on track, it'll delay it as well, so.
And it looks like the 21 possibly, or he's just taking a big gap, I guess.
Yeah, they're just trying to get through or keep up with the pace car. His Porsche pace car is making a historic pace here around in pace laps, so. I don't know if they changed the restart to double file here. They might have changed it to 2 to go here to try to get this field situated, but they're going double file. But that's a nice paint scheme on that 21 car. Nice little throwback. Nice old Penske throwback.
Alrighty.
Still some confusion on where guys are lining up here.
Alright, that's what I was thinking. Amazon showing in second place, actually.
We're going back green here. Adam Schaefer gets off to a great restart here. Jacob Zala gets back up to second.
All right, let's see how good, fresh tires are to 18 lap old tires now.
I'm surprised he's got off to a good start as he did there. Usually you'll see some guys up. He's just going to let him go here, it looks like. But that's a smart move for him. You don't want to mess up another guy's race racing him. So especially if you're not a good racing beside each other at a road course.
Right, and yeah, it's one thing I look for. Especially on a road course, if somebody is getting bigger and bigger in your rearview mirror, you might as well just let them go.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you're trying to do some race strategy as well with your pit stops. He's hanging tough there. 55. Green is on his back bumper.
Yeah, it looks like Zola definitely the truck to beat here tonight so far. I mean, we're not even halfway there, but it's looking like that's the case.
Yeah, I still think Great House is going to have a chance. I think he has some trouble on pit road there. I think he restarted sixth. But, yeah, I mean, so far, Jacob Zola, he's looking like a road course ace out here. Said he practiced a lot here. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to practice a lot here, get better. And obviously he has, and he's putting on a show right now.
Yeah, and we said something about Adam Schaefer still holding on. And then Bruce Amsden started at second place. Same tires as Adam Schaefer, but he has fallen back to 8th position now.
Yeah, it's getting eat up by those new tires. But Schaefer is holding tough there in that second position, which is very surprising to me.
Yeah, I don't know if Jason just can't find a way around him or what.
He might be saving his stuff here. You don't want to wear out your tires here this early in the run. Especially, I guess he might be just trying to get some heat in the tires too as well. But he's going to go by him here, looks like. Yeah,
Yep.
Schaefer's going to let him by. So, smart move by Schaefer, just letting him by.
Yeah, I bet Zola was happy to see, you know, that little, really call it like a battle. I mean, I guess it was a battle.
Yeah, he's up to almost a 3-second lead. But, I mean, honestly, I would rather see, if I was him, I'd rather see Jason Green behind me than Matthew Greathouse because just seeing based off speed, Greathouse was a little quicker than Green, but Green having a heck of a race. He didn't have a good race at Las Vegas, finished, I think, 26th or 30th last week, so this is a good run to start here at Sonoma.
Yeah, last week was a heartbreak for Greathouse there. I mean, running up front the whole race, came down to that final green flag pit stops when the wreck happened after that, and he was involved in it. And everything just came crashing down.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for him, but good run so far. Good thing about it is we won't have no more cautions, I believe, so hopefully he can go mistake-free here and get a good finish out of this race here.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got trouble with the 97.
Sean Kozer again, man.
That turn. Or, well, he had the incident earlier on the other side of the track.
This went wide there. Didn't hit a thing, so that's good.
Yeah,
Lost a couple positions, but he's probably got my strategy here. Just keep all four wheels on the car and bring home the car in one piece.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that consisted of throwing a section caution, but
oh boy, we got contact there with a 51 and 21. They're running for third. Greathouse does get by him. That could have ended up really bad there for the 21 and 51 there. Thankfully, they both kept it straight.
Oh, and then 90.
Oh.
Ooh, he saved it.
Nice save. Yeah, nice save right there for Trevor Williams.
Yeah, Zola cruising to almost a 4-second lead. He's at 3.5 seconds in front of Green right now.
Yeah, he's just on a Sunday drive here on Tuesday night here.
We definitely might see him catch up to the end of the pack here before long.
Yeah, definitely. I would especially here when they start to go these green flag pit stops as well. Definitely have some lap traffic. We'll see how he gets through that. So far, he just looks very smooth, very little mistakes. So
Yeah, that was a perfect execution on that turn.
oh yeah, that was. I mean, he is running really good here. He's about, I would say maybe 2 or 3 laps. He'll be catching the lap traffic. There's some guys probably about a quarter of a track away from him. So
Great House still showing in 3rd place. He is now 6 seconds behind our leader.
it makes me wonder if he kind of used up his stuff there a little bit, trying to get back to 2nd place here. Which he might be saving the stuff as well. You never know what's going to happen here. So, but I think he is catching up to the 2nd place car as well. He's just not catching up to the leader.
Yeah, it looks like Bruce Amsden had some issues, or I mean, he might just be pitting actually. But there has been quite a few incidents, so let's go take a look at a couple here. Looks like Joe Ruggles involved in an incident here.
That's another one of those guys. Looks like he just gets too hot in the corner.
Oh, and then the
Oh,
33.
and the 33, yeah.
Oh, and the 5 involved. Ooh.
Oh man, it's 3 cars right there. Dang. Thankfully, they are still keeping it going here, not having a tow or anything. So
Yeah, I mean, especially for whacking those water barriers there, or well, tire barriers there. It doesn't look to have much damage on that truck at all. Yeah, you can't even tell they just smacked the tire barrier. I mean, well, I guess right there you can.
yeah, you can tell a little bit on the back bumper there, but I mean, still, this road course racing is not very aerodynamic. You don't need every part of your car to be straight as it was, but he should be okay. I think he'll be fine.
Man, and just like that, that lead went from being 3.7 seconds prior to looking at that incident to 5 seconds. Man, Zola definitely just laying it down.
Yeah, he's getting better. To be honest with you, I mean, as I run road courses, I get better as the laps keep getting counting on, get more consistent. I think he's getting more consistent, but he's about to catch some lap traffic here with the 8 car here. See how he gets by him. That 8 car is Nicholas Lawrence. So he gets by him unscathed there.
Oh, woo! He got around that. That was close. Take a look at that one from a different angle there. Zola almost... Oh, it looks like the 8 car might have not been so lucky. He might have taken a piece of that.
Oh, man.
Just had to go wide. But Zola definitely good awareness there.
Yeah, thankfully that whoever that was did lock it down there. Looks like maybe the 52.
Yep, Andrew Harris.
Spencer Brown actually is. Andrew Harris is in the 87.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong. Okay, yep, Spencer Brown.
Unfortunately, looks like Joe Ruggles has disconnected, so he will not be continuing tonight after that incident. Thankfully, I think you do get 2 drop weeks here, so if you don't do as well as you want to here at Sonoma, you could drop it in the point standing. So
Oh, man, it's all a 6-second lead off of Jason Green there.
Jason Green has about a 3-second lead on Matthew Greathouse as well. He's actually pulling away from him a little bit.
Yeah, at this point, I have to say for Zala, this is just, it's memory now.
Yeah, it's just a Sunday driving. That's all it is now. I'm just trying to make 0 mistakes here. And if you make a mistake, try to... Hopefully it's not a big mistake, but try not to have a... Try not have a mistake, really, but...
Right, yeah, that's the one thing. That's like one of the biggest key things to, you know, just muscle memory on a track. You get too much in the groove like that.
There's a mistake right there.
Yep.
All right, that's the announcer's jinx. I won't say anything about it.
No, just as I was about to say, yep.
Sorry, guys in chat, if you're rooting for the 25. He's also closing in on lap traffic here again. Looks like number 12. David Mayberry kind of just making a block there on the 25 there for a second. But Zala does get by him.
Oh, woo, Green almost smacking the wall back there.
Yeah, that was close. You got to try to get as close as you can to that wall, though. I mean, that's just to capitalize on every second you can get on this track here. Well, I will say that Schaefer in 4th place. I'm very surprised that he's hanging tough there in 4th. Also, another name that we haven't mentioned tonight, number 3 of Rydack, having a great run as well. He's running in 5th. Also, the guy that's behind him as well, 17 of Jose Castellanos, is having a great run as well. Also, Dalton McKinney's having a great run too, running in 7th here.
Got that pretty awesome paint scheme.
Oh yeah, kind of some Lakers colors on it, yellow and purple. And we are in the state of California here. Also, Michael Madden there riding on here. He's having a good run in 8th place here.
Yeah, and then a pretty tight race there behind him.
It looks like 8th on back, maybe to 10th, 11th. Wally Babb, our points leader, running in 10th. Trying to stay consistent here. And he is locked in the playoffs with his win at Daytona, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Just trying to capitalize on his points lead. Daniel Dow still running in 11th here, looks like. Robert Yost having a good run here, running in 12th. It's a good run for Rob. Looks like we had a car stopped on track, number 22, in front of the leaders. Michael Lepicki having an issue. Our last week's winner at Las Vegas.
Oh, getting too far out there, hitting that grass.
Thankfully, he was able to lock it down there. Didn't collect anybody else in it.
Yeah, making it out of the dirt. Alright, 16 laps to go here. When does Zala make his pit stop for the final time? I mean, I'm sure fuel is going to play an issue.
Yeah, I mean, as he said, pit strategy is going to play name of the game here for the win. I mean, depending on how many laps he got left on fuel, I would be trying to run this out as long as I can, considering I do have a 5.5 second lead on second place. But you never know. You could. Well, she's the 88 there, like he locked up in front of him. But you never know. I would say he probably would pit maybe with 10 to go. That's when I'll say he'll pit.
And the scariest part here for him is Adam Schaefer pitted on lap 29 a few laps ago, and he's running right now.
Yeah, he's 45 seconds behind the leader here, looks like.
Yeah, he's in 8th position, so he is going to be right there behind Zala. As long as Zala, you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, has a good pit stop.
Yeah, if I was him, I would go ahead and pit here because those guys will have fresh tires. They'll be closing in on you. But the lap times he's running, he's still keeping a good distance on second and third place here. So, I mean, the guy or McKinney in fourth is 23 seconds behind. So, Schaefer is closing that gap there. He was 45 seconds. Now he's 43.
Yeah, so
I would be, if I was him, I'll be pitting this time and just hoping that he can have a pit stop or in and out before Schaefer gets to him.
yeah, and what's unfortunate for these guys, unless they have an actual live spotter or, you know, their teammates are helping them out in different positions on the track. But right now, and Zala's relative, I mean, he's not seeing Schaefer. He has no idea that Schaefer is closing down on him unless he's got some voices in his head telling him that.
I would think he would have some teammates saying something, or if he has a spot or in-race spotter as well, like you said. But definitely, if you hear guys pitting in the race chat, you would think that you would need to pit, especially like. I don't think it matters what kind of track it is. As you see the 8 car wrecking there in front of him. And here he comes in this time here.
Alright, let's see how it plays out. We'll stay right here and ride with them.
Very tricky pit road to get onto. I believe it's 45 miles an hour pit road speed.
And so
and
far,
I believe
so
he has
good.
the number 1 box as well, so it's going to be a long drive on down here. Jason Green and Matthew Greathouse do stay out here.
Looks like he's going to take right sides and left sides.
Yeah. Might as well. You need to get it, pack it full of fuel here, so might as well take 4. See where he comes out at here.
Well, and Schaefer not really picking up much. I mean, he's still, I don't know if that updated really with,
Yeah,
well, that's showing from the leader, okay.
Yeah, so I believe he's out in front of Schaefer here.
Yeah,
he
he's
should
about
be okay.
7 seconds behind. Yeah, so it looks like he's gonna hold down to that lead.
I will say Schaefer is going to be running here for a top 5 finishing position here. If these guys or Green or Great House doesn't pit here in a couple laps, they might be losing some a position to Schaefer. So he has now closed it down to 36 seconds. I would say the cutoff really would be 30 seconds here, getting down pit road and out. Because Zala had a 45-second lead on Schaefer, and he beat him out by 10 seconds. So that would be my buffer.
Yeah, he's closing, or he's extending that gap between him and Schaefer as well. As I'm watching this this time ticker over here, this tower, and Zala now, he's actually going to take a position from McKinney.
Yeah, longer these guys stay out here, the leaders stay out, the more big of a lead that Zala's going to have.
A truck we haven't talked about much, but Trevor Williams with issues on the track. Take a look at what happened here, and it's that corner again.
It looks like he gotten hot, maybe, and
oh, it looks like engine issues as well.
oh yeah, he is most likely done there with smoke coming out. So yeah, had to take the tow. So unfortunate ending to his night. I know he was running in the top 15 most of the night. So Jason Green still staying out here with 11 to go.
Yeah, it looks like the 8 Spencer, or 52 is Spencer Brown, having issues as well on the track, but we'll go ahead and stay up here with the leaders, especially with pit strategy coming here into play.
Say Great House has cut in that lead just a little bit on Green. I wouldn't be surprised if Great House tries to pit a lap before Green, as well as Green's having a little issues getting through the S's. Just to see if he can grab that position on Green.
Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting, but they're now 21 seconds ahead of Zala. It looks like Green's gonna stay out again. It seems like those back tires are not really holding on.
Yeah, he is searching for grip here. Thankfully, he didn't spin it around or anything, but he is catching up into more thicker lap traffic than I've seen the leader been in tonight here with the 97 of Kosier. Looks like he'll get by him clean. But Great House has cut into about a second of that lead here the last couple turns, so it's definitely closing.
Man, and Zala now 18 seconds behind the leader.
Makes me wonder how many laps these guys have on, or Jason Great House has on fuel here. I know you can possibly clutch it a little bit and save, but I don't think you can save that much around this track. I would think Zala would still catch him here with 10 laps to go. At the pace that he's running, he'll definitely catch him.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting what unfolds here. Zala now 16 seconds behind the leaders, but then Zala's also got to go around all those lap cars. See, there's Zala now getting to the start-finish line as Green and Greenhouse go through 3 and 4.
About a second there. But Great House he is there. He's about 0.7 of a second away from Jason Green. could be having a battle here before they go into pit road. I think Jason's just having some issues getting through lap traffic, and also his rear tires are not liking him as much as either here, so he's fighting to find grip. They're continuing to stay out here. Yeah, this is Jacob Zala's. I think he just cut 2 seconds off of their lead here in that last lap. So that's frightening for these guys at front here. If they do have enough fuel to the end here, I wouldn't want Jacob Zala or gaining 2 seconds a lap. Oh man.
Oh, and Zala's only got 3 trucks to pass in between him and Greenhouse.
And Jason he's closing in on a couple more cars here in front of him, so he's going to have some more lap traffic he's going to get through if he doesn't pit this coming lap. Kind of pulling away from Great House. Great House was about 7 car lengths away from him that last time going through that part of the track. Now he has about 15th car length lead here.
You know, I can understand if they think, you know, we'll come out in 5th or 6th, you know, about, 10 seconds behind Zala, 15 seconds behind Zala with fresher tires. But, I mean, if you want to have that play to your advantage, I mean, pitting now has got to be what you do.
Looks like Zala was having some issues again with the number 12 of Mayberry. They lost a second there at lap. He was 12 seconds away from the leader. He finally did get past him. There are 7 to go here.
See, and that is another point. I mean, is Zala just driving the wheels off of that truck? You know, and if Green and Greyhouse come in now, I mean, they still got 5 laps to close their gap on Zala if Zala is driving the wheels off. But I mean, if Zala can't catch them, then I don't think they'd be able to.
Yeah. I don't know how. I would think if they do come down pit road here and just take fuel, this would probably be their strategy, honestly, just taking fuel only, not taking any tires, because these guys, like, to me, if both of these cars pit here in the next coming laps, they're going to lose. They will not finish in the top 5 because they're going to lose 20 some odd seconds in pit road. So, but Jacob Zala does gain about 1.5 seconds that last lap by on Jason Green and Great House. Jason is pulling away from Great House. He's at about 2 seconds on his lead over Great House.
Yeah, and I mean, so maybe these guys have enough fuel to go the distance. I mean, that could also be a factor as to why they're staying out and not deciding to pit.
Yeah, let's ride on with Jason Green here in the cockpit view and see if he's shutting the car off. I think I hear him shutting the car off.
But he was almost all the way out of the throttle, it sounded like there. He's out of the throttle through the S's.
So he's definitely trying to save some fuel. He might have enough. I mean, I don't think he has enough. But I like what he's trying to do here.
Zala down to 9 seconds, but with 6 laps to go. So he picked up 2 seconds that last lap.
So if he picks 2 seconds a lap here, he'll definitely be there with about 2 to 3 laps to go. Just depends on if Jason gets to these lap cars here, where these lap cars go, and how Zala can get through these lap cars as well. And also, he has to battle Great House as well, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, they need to... Yeah, I mean, he's already at 7.5 seconds back. He needed to stay at least 7 seconds back by the time Green takes the next lap off of here to make it 4 to go, but he's now underneath 7 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he's shutting it off, so. But he's definitely trying to save some fuel. I like the strategy call. I mean, to me, this is like a call that you would say, I got nothing to lose. Just try to lose, or see how far we can run out here. The worst, literally the worst they can finish here. I mean, 21st is 3 laps down, so he definitely can have a top 20 out of this race if he runs out of fuel. So.
And here he's gonna catch. That's gonna be the good thing right here. If he can get around these lap cars, that just adds more traffic for Zala to get around too. So.
And Zala's now less than a second away from Great House here.
Yep, now we're gonna see if Great House puts up a fight.
Yeah, I would think Great House would put up a fight here. Now he's giving him the lane there. Yeah, he just let him go. That's smart. Smart racing there by Matthew. He might be really just trying to save fuel and doesn't want to push it.
Sound like somebody just blew an engine nearby. Oh, yep, right there on the track.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the 8 truck.
It sounded like an engine blowing, but I guess it was just the car hitting the wall.
Yeah, he must have hit it pretty hard.
All right, 4 seconds behind, 3 laps to go this time by. As he comes out of the S's.
So he needs no mistakes here. Hopefully he has enough fuel to go to the end here.
Yeah, Zola had to been driving the tires off of that truck because Schaefer's still 20 seconds back.
Yeah, I will think here. I do think that they will, or Jason Green will catch up to this next pack of lap cars here, and it might impact him a little bit. See if when Zala does catch him, he might use a lap car for a pick.
Yep, he's got to stay at least 2 seconds ahead of Zola this whole, ahead of Zola this whole lap. It looks like he is. Kind of picked up a little bit off him on that turn. Zola didn't go wide out.
Yeah, I know he's in fuel conversation mode, so once he gets enough here to go to the end, he's probably going to run a little harder.
Let's ride along cockpit view, and then we'll ride along with Jacob Zola and see what they're doing different here.
A second and a half there. He'll get here this next lap here. He'll be catching Jason Green. But you definitely in that turn, you definitely want to be down to the what we like to call turtles, but it's like the rivet strip, or we call it. Get your tires on that, helps the car turn just a little bit. But Zala's going to get to him here, looking almost underneath him.
And Green definitely not going to just...
And Zala puts his nose in there, and Zala is now your leader. I will say that's a pretty good move there by Zala.
You know what's funnier here is Zala started in second, Green started in third, and Great House started in first.
Running their respectable qualifying positions here. So
And it looks like the biggest mover is Rob Yost Jr. with up 24 positions. He's up to 8th place.
Yeah, I know him personally from past few seasons. He likes to qualify in the back and try to get so-called hard charger. Or Jason Green's actually coming down pit road this time, so he did not have enough fuel to make it to the end. Unfortunate for him. But go back to Yost. Yost is just one of those guys that likes to qualify in the back and hopefully pick his way through the field and get a good finish right now. I mean, he's most likely going to finish in 7th if he can get past Green here on pit road. But a good run for Rob Yost here.
Yeah, and Green gonna fall back to 4th position. He's not even gonna make it down pit road.
He's out of fuel.
Oh man.
He might not finish in the top 10 here, depending on where his box is.
Man, so close. Literally 1 lap to go. Unfortunate there.
I think he will get in his box. Considering he goes at the end of the pit road there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Gonna follow the top 10 possibly.
Yeah, we are on our final lap here. Be interesting to see if Matthew Greathouse does have enough fuel to get to the end.
Yeah, it looks like Green might fall back to the 13th position. I don't know.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him. But coming to the checkered flag, Jacob Zala is going to win in wine country in Sonoma. Big win there for Jacob. Basically, domination tonight. I don't think he led the most laps there considering the pit strategy, but he was the fastest car. Good win for Jacob. And Greathouse does finish 2nd. He did have enough fuel to make it to the end. And also Reese Schaefer finishing 3rd there. Got it stayed out in that caution. That is a great finish for Adam Schaefer.
Looks like Dalton McKinney gonna finish in 4th.
Yeah, great finish for Dalton. Also, Jeffrey. That's a good run for him too. Robert Yost finishes in 7th as well. Good run for him.
You know, and all in all, for a road course, I mean, we did have 24 cars still on the track out of the 32.
Yeah, that's very respectful there. Very respectful to have 33 cars even start this race. So I know some people don't like running road courses. But great race for everybody throughout the top 10 was pretty clean. I mean, we had some good battles, but Zala just was better than everybody tonight, looked like, and well-deserving win. He's in the playoffs. This locks his spot in. Looks like, I don't know, I think that's a teammate there in the 21.
Okay.
So you're going to team burnout here. Yes, that is a teammate. So
Bird Dog Racing. All right, let's take a look at final results here. So, of course, Jacob Zala with the win. Matthew Greathouse coming home in 2nd place. Adam Schaefer there doing the burnouts on your screen, coming home in 3rd. Dalton McKinney in 4th. Jeffrey Radke in 5th. James Jackson 6th. Rob Yost Jr. in 7th. Andrew Harris 8th. Jason Green in 9th. Daniel Dow comes home in 10th. Michael Madden behind him in 11th. Wally Babb, last week's winner, in 12th. Yeah, Wally won last week, right?
he won.
No,
Daytona.
he won Daytona. Yeah.
Yeah, he was week 1 winner. Still a good finish for Wally.
Yeah, and then we got Austin DeLong there in 13th. Ben Park in 14th. Troy Takameyer in 15th. Michael Lepicki having some issues there in the race, coming home in 16th. That's last week's winner.
Yeah.
Dave Mayberry comes home in 17th. Derek De Silva in 18th. And then we got Sean Corcoran in 19th. Bruce Amsden comes home in 20th. 21st, Dylan Godinez. 22nd, Connor Cunningham. 23rd, Nicholas Lawrence. Jose Castellanos comes home in 24th. Sean Kozier. 25th, Trevor C. Williams comes home in 26th. Corey Stahl, 27th. Spencer Brown, 28th. Jason Kratke in 29th. Joe Ruggles Jr., 30th. 31st for Jason Tripp, and 32nd for Anthony Brown. Alrighty, let's see. We got waiting, if we got anyone waiting from the top 3 for us to talk to. Might just have to go fishing.
Our winner here, Jacob Zala, if he's ready to talk to us.
Was that Dylan?
Jacob Zala, you're in the broadcast booth, bud. Great win tonight. Had some some interesting strategy there, but you end up pulling out the win, bud. How was your night?
I mean, it was great. I felt like Martin Truex Jr. out there, or Kevin Harvick, when they got their wins there. So really dominant performance for us tonight, something I didn't see happening. I feel good. I mean, I should have won last week. Didn't work on the strategy. Won this week on strategy. So, I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's a strategy does play off for you tonight. It was interesting seeing the 51 only stop at the stage break and make it on fuel. But you took those fresh tires there, capitalized for you. So, do you have anybody else, the sponsors, or anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank my dad, Jay Bird Zala, for giving me the pit strategy, making the call to win this race. Second off, I want to thank everybody at Bird Dog Racing, Adam, Ben, Troy, James, everyone, and my JBR teammates as well, who help us keep this thing running. I want to thank Chicago Heights Start Tool and Die, who sponsored us for the entire season. So our entire season is paid for again for the 5th season in a row. And Bird Dog Racing Components for also being on the car.
Well, great win tonight. You're locked in the playoffs. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So hope go enjoy this win, bud.
First, before I go, I also want to thank Landon Cardulo for making all the paints for everybody. But thank you guys. Have a good one.
All right, man. Congratulations on that win. All right. Now we got our second place finisher, Matthew Greathouse. Hey, Matt, it's Chris and Jordan in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, bringing it home second. Didn't even have to make another pit stop. I mean, how was that situation playing out? Did you barely make it?
Yeah, I had about a lap left. I I kind of got put behind on that stage break caution. There was a couple people that was in front of me that I don't know if they should have been there or not, but if they were, it's cool. But I just kind of got too far behind Jacob at that point, and I saw that when he pitted, it kind of made my decision on I needed to stay out and try to beat him on fuel mileage. And if I had about another lap or two, I could have pushed a lot harder and may have been able to stay ahead of him. But I was still about a lap short, or I was only a lap to the good. So I just didn't want to risk it and lose a podium finish. So I'll take a second. Jacob had the best truck. He didn't make any mistakes. I was waiting on him to slip up, and he didn't. So he did everything right, and I tried to do something different because I wasn't going to beat him from 4th place. I actually gained 2 spots by don't want a fuel mileage situation. So it all worked out for me.
Yeah, that was a very strange pit strategy there. I just didn't think you have enough fuel to make it to the end. Jason Green I think he was trying the same strategy, and I think he was short by maybe two laps. But do you have any sponsors you want to thank tonight, Matt?
Oh, absolutely. First, I want to thank Sean Griffith and Silverback Tax Solutions. They jumped on board. Sean jumped on board. He's really sponsoring the entire team, and it was very, very nice of him to do that. So definitely, if you're looking for someone to do your taxes, come tax time. Nobody likes taxes, so Sean can take care of it for you and his group. So you can check them out, silverbacktax.com. So, and then also shout out Off Axis Paint. Those guys have been a supporter for me for a long time, and look forward to going back down to Mooresville and hanging out with them. So, yeah, good job for you guys as well, taking time out of your day to do a broadcast too. So appreciate it.
No problem, man. Great finish there. Good job, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right. Alrighty, so that was our second place finisher, Matthew Greathouse. Adam Schaefer is not in the building yet, but we got Rob Yost here. He finished in 7th with the biggest mover here, 25 positions. And just as I said that, Adam Schaefer is actually here. So let's go ahead and do Adam Schaefer first, and then we'll pull Rob in. Hey, Adam, it's Chris and Jordan. Dude, you got me?
Hey there. Hey there. Oh, jeez.
What's up, man? That was a great strategy call and great finish there. You're up 2 positions from where you started, so I mean, it's not, the biggest charger, but I mean, you stayed right there in the top 3 after starting in the top 5, so I say that's a win.
It can be tough to keep track of all the cars on a road course when you're in the broadcast booth. I do the Thursday night broadcasting, so a little bit experience of that now. But yeah, I kind of had a pretty dramatic race. I started up front, and I was a lot more aggressive than I've been the last few weeks, just because it's so hard to pass at Sonoma, and I really wanted to, try to get as good of track position early on as possible. But then ended up getting into a little fender bender and got spun at turn 11, like I'm sure a lot of people did today. And so I think I got back down to 13th and got stuck behind some cars I knew I was quite a bit faster than. And so that might have happened lap 5 or so. And so for the next 10 laps, I was kind of just, if anything, going at a tire saving pace, just because I was stuck behind some people that were a bit slower, and it's hard to pass early on in the runs here. And the stage break came pretty early. And so I decided to, give it a go. I've done a lot of racing in practice and with the AI this week. So I figured I knew I could go on 30 lap runs. And so, decided to roll the dice. And if anything, I wasn't able to get back up to first or second, but I think the Great House, who finished second, showed the flip side of the strategy of, instead of staying out early, pitting early and then staying out for the rest of the race. And so kind of that pit strategy seemed to be really successful, but got to hand it to Jacob Zazala for getting first place today. I think Bird Dog Racing is really showing that, we're going to be the team to beat this season.
Yeah, that was great. A great overall run there for Bird Dog, especially with Zala basically dominating most of the race, and then you throwing a curveball into pit strategy and staying out.
I passed 3 wide in turn 1. Go watch the replay. I was making passes no one else on that track was doing. I was really looking, I grew up going to Sonoma. My dad and my grandpa race Legends cars at Sonoma. I've been there a bunch of times. And so early on in the season, as soon as they posted the schedule, I saw that Sonoma was kind of the first track of the season that was a real skills test. Daytona to Las Vegas, it's more about how you're racing other drivers rather than, your skill as a wheelman. So put a lot of practice into Sonoma and was glad that it paid off.
Yeah, great run tonight. Do you have any sponsors, friends you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, big thanks to my my sponsors, AAA and NordVPN. Couldn't do it without them. They gave me a really good truck this week. Bird Dog Racing. if you mess with the bird dogs, you get the paws. That's all I have to say. So.
Now you said where he we lost him.
Well, he dropped the mic.
All right, give him like a few more seconds. I mean, he's not even in his team chat, so yeah, I think we just completely lost him. So in the meantime, if he does come back, we'll just continue where we left off, or if that was the end of it, then all right. But we'll bring in Rob Yost. He is waiting for us, so see what he has to say. Hey Rob, it's Chris and Jordan up in the booth. You got us?
I do, guys. What's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just watching a pretty great race here. Now it's over though, but I'm looking at the scoring sheet, and you were the hard charger there, man. 25 positions gained.
Yeah, well, I knew I didn't have the speed to be in the top half the field. I would have been starting in the middle. I didn't want to chance it starting the rear. Let in a nice way the tracks take themselves out, wrecks and stuff like that. And when we pitted with that stage, I saw my tires at 95%, and I said, "There's a chance we can make it." And then with the cautions, the way they fell, extending the laps, I think I was 0.7 of the good.
All right. Well,
That was a great run there by you, Rob. I know your strategy is start in the back and hope to gain a lot of positions. I don't think there's a hard charger award, but you would definitely deserve it tonight. But it was a great run by you tonight.
Yeah, I was looking at the telemetry screen above, and I saw Harris, gain on me, and then I would gain on him, and then I'd look at the fuel calculator, and then I feel as if I spent more time looking up than looking out the windshield the last 10 laps.
Well, great finish tonight. You got any sponsors you want to give a shout out tonight to?
Yeah, definitely want to shout out Beef Jerky Unlimited. They're a great sponsor, have a great product. I've tried multiple different kinds of their jerky. Also want to thank Dave Hughes. He's been my lifelong sponsor ever since like 2 years ago, and with Spartan Sim Racing Graphics, and they do an awesome job. So if you ever need a paint and a jiffy, hit him up. And you guys for doing the broadcast.
All right. Well, congratulations, man, on the top 10. You finished right there in 7th position here tonight, which is quite the feat for a road course amongst a lot of drivers. But,
yeah, this is definitely. I definitely didn't think. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was shooting for a top 20. Like, this is a very difficult track, and I know Jordan knows me for at least 3 years. Road courses aren't my forte, so the walk out here with a 7th is a win in my book.
yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. But anyways, good job here tonight, and we'll see you again on Tuesday next week.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good night.
All right, thank you. You as well. Alrighty. Well, I think that about does it. Any final thoughts here before we close this out?
Just a great race. Got a notebook going into our next road course as well. Got some guys we know that will be the road course ringers here. Especially our next road course being at Watkins Glen in the round of 15 in the playoffs, where it's going to count the most. So, to me, it was all overall good race. Some interesting strategies. And I mean, we had 24 cars running at the end, so that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you said earlier, man, it's really good to get 32 drivers in here to actually do a road course. I mean, I've seen leagues and broadcasted leagues that had, they have 25 drivers constantly every week, but then when it comes to road course day, they're in the teens.
Yeah. Always try to drive them, just get a point advantage. never know where you're gonna finish at least. So that's what I try to do. But it's definitely some guys don't like to drive them, but I mean, it was a great showing for tonight.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess yeah, we'll be right back here next Tuesday. Yeah, it's Kansas next Tuesday, I think.
Kansas next Tuesday night.
Alrighty. Well, I'm glad everyone was here. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Had a few issues in the beginning, and one day we'll get this nice and smooth, which, I mean, it ends pretty smooth, so. Alrighty.